Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to talk with Josh Curtis, an investment banker, about the investment banking process and the selling your business process, at least at the outset of a possible engagement. So, Josh, welcome.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We're at our annual conference right now, and Josh spoke earlier. He and his partner have a great investment banking firm in the Midwest of the States, and I think you work nationwide.
We do, absolutely, yeah, in Canada as well.
Okay, it's very good. And I would like Josh to talk about the scenario that business owners encounter all of the time these days, and that's where an outside person or company that they've probably never heard of solicit them with the solicitation of, we're interested in buying your company. And maybe the dangers of the owner going ahead and starting to talk to that owner, first of all, without talking to their exit planner and other advisors. But is there an alternative sale process that is likelier to benefit that owner more than what we call the negotiated sale? So that's, if you could talk about that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So I think, look, there's more outreach now than ever.
Right.
When you look at the advisors, the private equity groups, just the amount of business development or corporate development people out there reaching out to owners directly is like we've never seen.
Right.
Whenever we start a process and engage with the client, they'll give us emails, printed letters, things that came in the mail. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I think we definitely walk into situations where owners are talking to one or more buyers. And I think, some of those owners that are engaged with one buyer, how do they know what the market value of their business is, right?
It's what the buyer told them.
Exactly, right? Or something that they had in their brain that their friend at the country club sold for or whatever, right? And so for some owners, they say, look, I don't want to run a process. I'm happy with the value. I'd like to keep it confidential. I like this group. And we've helped owners through that and made the best deal we can. But what you never know is there an outsized transaction out there? We've done a few deals recently where, our instinct at looking at comps and doing, kind of our market assessment might have been 7, 8, 9 times. We
EBITDA.
have multiple of EBITDA. And, one of those we took to market and we got 15 times. The business was about $2 million of EBITDA.
So this is really an important point. So there, in a sense, there's 3 levels of value we could theoretically be talking about. The first one is what the buyer offered to pay.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is what a normal sales process would yield, a market value.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this third level that doesn't happen with every business by any means.
Right.
But sometimes that your company, if you're a business owner, will have a greater value to a particular buyer than to all the other buyers, and they're going to be forced to pay that higher value through this controlled auction process that you guys engage in. So if you're an advisor, it's really important for you as a non-M&A advisor to involve investment bankers in a negotiated versus controlled auction scenario to help persuade your client to engage in a controlled auction process. So, having said that, tell me a little bit about the controlled auction process.
Yeah, so for us, a lot of it starts with preparation. So it's critically important to go to market in a way that creates as much certainty for the buyer and for the seller as possible. So, for us, that starts with, anchoring the negotiations with the quality of earnings report. Mm-hmm. So virtually all of our sell-side processes, we would engage a third-party CPA firm, come in, really scrub the numbers, and get to the point that we have firm EBITDA figures, cash flow figures that a buyer can rely on through a reputable accounting firm that they trust, that has brand awareness. We would develop a confidential information memorandum. So we'd create maybe a 30 to 50 page deck, really highlighting all the different areas of the business, from operations to the team, customers, vendors, all those types of things. And I think what is important there is we don't just paint a rosy picture, right? You have to tell the business both the positive and the negative to these buyers, because they're not going to look at it and say,